PMA, I keep talking about it, I write about it. When I was blogging about it. PMA stands for Present Moment Awareness. Being aware every minute of what's happening and understanding that life is like a river and that we don't hold on to any portion of life, any portion of that river and say this is life. It cannot be. It keeps flowing, it keeps flowing, it keeps flowing. This is the present moment. Now this is the present moment. Now this is the present moment. It changes every second. Mindfulness, what we talk about, is to be aware at every point of time that this moment is everything. It is all that matters. So if you don't make this moment a super success, you might just regret that all your life because it can end like that. The next minute, it can all end. We might wake up and find we were never even here in the first place, that it was all a big dream. This moment is everything. You have to, your success is gauged not by what you achieved in the past, not by what you're going to achieve in the future. It is gauged by what you are experiencing in this moment. So don't waste your time asking too many questions. Yes, people die. Yes, people get sick. Yes, people have problems. And by asking why, you only give rise to about 500 more questions. If you understand that life is just experiences and that you are not getting an experience, but you are the experiencer, the one who is observing and undergoing everything that's happening. That is the ultimate realization. When you understand that life is an experience, you know it's not one event. It's not one event. It is a river of events. That same river of life flows and flows and flows. And one experience after another experience comes and goes, comes and goes. And at some point, it is not happening to you, but it is just happening. And you are observing. You are not merely observing, you are not merely listening, you are experiencing. And that is what you're here to live. That is your purpose of coming into this world, is to have that experience of being in a body. As soon as you're in a body, what is a given is that you will have more. You will have world illusion. You will have attachment. You will have connection. And you will experience all the emotions that rise and fall in the body. Anger, grief, sadness, happiness, joy, depression, misery, all of that comes and it goes and it comes and it goes. But we hold on to one single emotion and say, I am grief-stricken. I am very angry. Are you? Who is angry? Are you just an emotion? See, we have to see that you, the essence of you, is so much more than just a passing emotion. You just are. You have been and you will be. It is only in very deep meditation that you get that deep sense of I am. Nothing matters at that point. When you come out of a deep meditation, if I ask you, what is troubling you? What is your problem? You'll have to really think to find your problem. Nothing will occur to you. It is said that meditation is the answer to every question. Right after meditation, if I ask you, what is your problem? There will be no problem. Why? Because at the deepest sense, when you are just observing, you watch a movie. Is there a problem with the movie? The boy is not meeting the girl and the parents are giving trouble. What is happening to you? Are you going through any emotional turmoil at that point? You're just observing, aren't you? You're just observing. Nothing happens to you. Then why is it that when it is happening with your child or your brother or your sister, that you feel as if your whole world has gone upside down? You're only watching a movie, only this time it is orchestrated by the divine. You are just watching a series of happenings. There's an exercise that I perform several times in a day. I stop and I observe. I just observe. What is my thought process? What am I feeling just now? Am I connected to what's happening in my body? Am I connected to what's happening in my mind? And when I stop everything and I look at a flower or a plant in my garden, the beauty I see is far more than any words can describe. Because all extra unnecessary thoughts have gone. And then when you observe as the experiencer. There is no need to put it into words. If I ask you, what is God? Can you even tell me? If you give me a word that describes God, that is not even a millionth. It is only a tiny fraction of what it is. Those that say God is the image, is the image of a man, are highly deluded. God is that which cannot be described in words. It can only be experienced. The minute you have put it outside yourself and are describing it in words, and one has become two, God has ceased to exist. The divine has ceased to exist. So what are we so sad about? What are we so sad about? What is the problem? There was a beautiful video that I sent you the other guy. Do you have a problem? No. Then why worry? Do you have a problem? Yes. Can you do something about it? Yes. Then why worry? You've got to do something about it, right? Do you have a problem? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? Then why worry? Nothing comes to you. Nothing comes to anyone that they can't handle. Whatever it is that you need to handle in this life, you already have that. Don't think that you've been given something no one else has. Don't think that any problem is bigger than you. You are thinking as a mere human being. You are thinking as your body. You are thinking as your emotions. You are thinking as your feelings. Try to think of any problem as divine consciousness. It is vast. It is huge. It is all powerful. A world that created all this universe, these millions of creatures, these wonderful plants and flowers and food, all kinds of things. Do you think that it can't give you the strength to handle a little problem? A small pain in your hip? A little illness that you get? Some loss of a job? It's just a flowing river. It's just a flowing river. It's just a flowing river. It's all going by. You are the experiencer. You are observing. You are just looking at everything. So some of the best ways to think of life. And I think one of the best, they always call enlightened men fools. Ramakrishna was known as the biggest fool. He used to sit and stare into space. And Baba, Sai Baba, used to talk to himself and laugh. They're biggest fools because you know why? To them, a person and a stone has the same evaluation. There is no difference between any two things that they view. They live in this world and enjoy everything unsought. What comes, they take. They're not attached to anything. But we, I must give differential treatment to my sister, different treatment to my friends. Strangers are different, people on the street are different, people of different castes are different, people of different colors are different. We must treat everybody differently. We don't have one or two. We have multitude. Levels, millions of levels of consciousness that we have. Recognize this. Recognize this. Don't get shaken by small things that happen in your life. The souls you're most connected to, you will be united with soon enough. Never worry. Go from the form to the formless. Go from the form to the formless. Think of people as the spirit, as supreme consciousness. See that divine light. Think of it as a light in you, in you, in you, in you, in each one of you. That light is there. It doesn't matter. The divine is big enough to absorb anything that comes your way. All you need to do to access that divine, PMA, get into the present moment.